Yes, I'm in the exact same outfit as the last video, but I barely put on clothes just to exist nowadays, so this is all you're getting. Hello! I was tagged by Tom from TJ Reads the Stars, who I adore and I will link down below, to do the stay-at-home book tag. This was created by Madison Mary from Princess of Paperback, who I will also link down below, as well as her original video. The stay-at-home book tag is all about books featuring prompts that are somewhat quarantine related. So the first one is laying in bed, a book you could or have read in a day. And there are many, because I am the kind of person who likes to sit down and spend 3 hours reading a book cover to cover. So hang on, I have the books over here, my books over there. I will just pick out a couple that I have done this with. First book I want to mention for this that I don't have with me right now is The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. It is a graphic novel that I love so much that I read it in one sitting, pretty much, and then immediately went out and purchased my own copy. And I think I read it like 3 times within a month or something like that. I adore it. Other books I read in a day are Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, and An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. Snacking is for a guilty pleasure book. But here's the thing, I don't really think I have guilty pleasure books, just because if I love a book, I'm just going to scream it from the rooftops, regardless of what people think about me. So, I don't know, I want to say like Red, White, and Royal Blue again, just because I love it so much. And honestly, it makes me so happy to read, and I will just like open it and just read the last couple of chapters because I love it so much. Another book that I guess will count for this, again, I don't really think I have a guilty pleasure book. I'm gonna go with Looking for Alaska by John Green. This book is just so much fun, and now that I've read most of his books, I can clearly tell that this is definitely his debut, and it's just so silly and random and weird, and it's one of my favorite books, but it's definitely not up to par with his quality now, and it's just so fun to read. No one can catch the motherfucking fox. Also, this story features a character being bit on the ass by a swan, and one of my friends got bit by a swan once, which makes me immensely happy whenever I read that scene in the book. Number 3 is Netflix, a series you want to start. There's probably way too many for this. I think, looking at the books I have over there right now, I want to continue the Gentleman Bastards series by Scott Lynch, which the first book of is The Lies of Locke Lamora. I want to start Jade City by Fonda Lee because Jocelyn from Yogi with a Book really loves it. I'm going to be starting the Alex and Eliza trilogy for the Asian Readathon. I'm going to be buddy reading that with Emily from Em Likes Books. I don't know, I just want to read so many books. That's just a variety of them. Another series I really want to start is the Charlotte Holmes series, which begins with A Study in Charlotte. Rocky from Blonde with the Book loves it, and she's always so excited talking about it, and I really want to dive in. Also, The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. See, I read Shiver when I was like 12, and I was not about it, even when I was 12. So, I've always been hesitant to start it, but Elias really loves it, and Unthra, one of my best friends, she says that it is a lot better than Shiver, so I do want to try out The Raven Boys. The Raven Cycle. The first book is The Raven Boys. The next prompt is Deep Clean, or a book that's been on your TBR for ages, and I make like a desperate 2020 TBR every year with books that I've been meaning to read for forever, so I think probably from that list is all other Jane Austen books, 1984 by George Orwell, all other John Green books. Those are probably the ones that have been there the longest, because I pick an author and latch onto them, and just 1984 is just because my friends always reference this book because we're all fucking nerds, and I never know what's going on. I never know what anyone's talking about. I just want to be included. this prompt is Animal Crossing, a book you recently bought because of the hype. I mean, I bought the small Daisy Jones paperback. I don't buy a ton of books, which is the issue here. So recently books I've bought: The Electric Air, because it just came out, Daisy Jones, and Evelyn Hugo, which I both read before, though they were both quite hyped. I bought Frankly in Love last year? What other books have I bought this year? That's what I'm gonna go with. I don't actually... What have I gotten this year? I have no clue. Productivity is a book you learned from or had an impact on you. And for this, I'm gonna go with pretty much every Naomi Klein book ever. Recently, I read On Fire, which is about the Green New Deal, and basically the series of articles of her, that she's written over her career about environmentalism, capitalism, that kind of thing, and I adore her. She is an anti-war, anti-globalization, anti-capitalist environmentalist, and that is just the coolest thing. And she's also Canadian, and she went to my university, and just, she's great. And so that, and also No Is Not Enough, which is about the shock politics that Trump uses, and how he got elected, due to like rhetoric and things like that. There's also This Changes Everything, which is also about how capitalism feeds into climate change, that kind of thing. Yeah, just anything by Naomi Klein. Facetime is a book that you were gifted, and Emily from Emily's Books sent me Red, White, and Royal Blue during the reading rush last year, and is one of my absolute faves. Thank you, Emily, I love you. Anthra also gifted me this copy of Daisy Jones and the Six because I really wanted the UK edition, and look how pretty it is, and look how pretty the end pages are. These are tickets to Daisy Jones and the Six shows. I love it so much. And for Christmas, Anna from Slytherin Reader sent me the special 10-year anniversary edition of The Lies of Lachlan Morrow by Scott Lynch. My friends are too good to me. Self-care is what is one thing you have done recently to look after yourself. I made a red velvet cake with Anthra. I guess that counts. And bonus, name a book that is coming out soon. How soon is soon? Because I don't keep up that well with book releases. I want to say the sequel to An Absolutely Remarkable Thing comes out July 7th, I think, which is A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor. And then also in the summer, July or August, I think, Loveless by Alice Oseman, which is about an Arrow Ace character, is coming out. And those are both books I'm very, very excited for. That is the stay-at-home book tag. Thank you, Tom, for tagging me. I'm going to tag Anna from Slytherin Reader, Alice from Books with Monodrama, I'm going to tag Cindy from Read with Cindy, and also, in a desperate plea to get her to come back, Maya from Maystify. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you sometime. Goodbye.